Assembly Bill 202 is now in effect. Now, this law allows residents in nursing homes to install a camera, often referred to as the granny cam. Joining us now is the Nevada State Assemblywoman who sponsored the bill, Sondra Summers Armstrong, and Jamie Cockburn, an attorney with J. Cockburn Law. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So how you guys doing?
Well, it's a beautiful day outside.
Yeah.
It's always a beautiful day here in Las Vegas. And I think for a lot of people it'll be even more sunny knowing that this law has passed. What does, in broad scheme of things, does this mean for most people?
Go ahead, Jamie.
You know, this law, it allows nursing residents, so that becomes their home. It allows them to have a camera so they feel safe in their room, and it allows them to communicate with their family members. We saw during COVID, people couldn't get into the nursing homes. It really cut down on communication, and people were concerned about safety.
So there's a natural lean into the security aspect, but also we're talking about families, like you mentioned during the pandemic, families being connected, and this is another important aspect of it. So before we go into the security side of things, can we talk about how that integrates into the system that people put in, what kind of cameras people can put in, and how that operates as a video conferencing or communication tool?
If you don't mind, I'd like to back up another step and talk to you about how this actually started.
That's a good place to start. How it all started.
So I was approached by a constituent. Her name is Teresa Owen. She had contacted her city council member, she lives in North Las Vegas, Isaac Barone, and asked to speak with us about an incident that happened to her. Her brother was ill, he had suffered some strokes, and he was in a skilled nursing facility to recover, and then COVID. And during all of that, before COVID, she was going regularly to care for him, to check in on him. But when COVID happened, she was no longer able to go in and see her brother. And this led to anxiety, frustration, and he ended up passing away in the skilled nursing facility. She believes that he wasn't cared for while he was there, and she was unable to prove anything or even to keep an eye on him. And she began to do her own investigation, found that there were folks all across the nation who had these bills in 10 other states. She teamed up with a gentleman from Ohio who had passed a similar law and came to me and said, I'd like you to try this. And we worked on it in the interim. I presented the bill, and with the help of folks like Jamie Cockburn and other attorneys who really helped to inform us and to help us negotiate with skilled nursing organizations, we were able to get something passed.
That's great to hear. I mean, we're not suggesting that all nursing homes are rife with neglect or there's any issues, but in a lot of situations, like you mentioned with your constituent, people just want peace of mind, knowing that their family member is safe, that they can check up on them at any time, and they feel connected still. Is that as just an important part of the bill as the more serious aspects?
It's the most critical part of it. We want people to know that if they have someone in a skilled nursing facility and that person, first of all, that's their home, right? So that is where they live. Their family members need to be able to communicate with them. They should feel safe for them. And we want people to have communication. I don't know about you, but I remember my grandmother passed away many years ago, but she was in a skilled nursing facility the last couple of years of her life. The only way that we could communicate, I'm in Nevada, she was in California, I'd have to drive the 8 hours and to be there in person. What a gift it would have been to be able to put a granny cam in, hit a button and say, hey grandma, how you doing? Even if she wasn't able to communicate back with me, to be able to hear my voice, to hear the children speaking to her, to be able to sing a song, a ditty, something that she recognized. These are the things that makes life, and it brings humanity.
Right, Jamie, how will this law help residents?
Chandra spoke on it so well there. That is the key, especially with people moving more. I grew up in Texas. I'm the only person out in Nevada in my family other than my mother. I moved out here when my father died. You get to visit with people, you get to see them. Everybody moves nowadays. You really get to talk to people, check in on them. And we're not talking, the high-tech stuff. There's such basic stuff now you can put in. It could be an Amazon little Alexa thing. That's what is allowed. The law allows you to do different things and allows you to communicate with your loved ones.
I think this is all fantastic information. I really appreciate you both coming in today. For more information, you can visit jcockburnlaw.com or call the number on your screen.